Real quick video for you guys. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. So if you're looking to get your hands on a 3080 right now, go to cyberpowerpc.com, and specifically if you will Google Memorial Day sales, it'll bring you to this page. Also link it down below. You have 5.5 hours left, but you can get these PCs on credit. I bought one for $2,800 earlier. I think $921 down and a 12-month payment plan at $150 a month. No, I'm gonna end up selling my PC, but it's also Cyberpower I got in 2019. Yeah, so look, this is the PC I bought. Beast of a machine, really. It still holds up. It's always been good, but a total pre-built. I just bought it off Amazon 2 years ago. Yeah, still a really good computer. I mean, even the 2070 Super is going for over $1,000 used currently on this market. So really good components. You can overclock the CPU. The only issue I have with it is when you are overclocking, the AIO it comes with doesn't seem to be that good. It's probably, I'd have to look at the components, but it seems to be 120 millimeter AIO. That's not the best, but you have options to go up to 360 millimeter if you configure these computers right now, the Memorial Day sale. And also get rid of these junk components. You'll save $18. This mouse and keyboard are junk. I still have it in a box somewhere. But yeah, right now this PC on Amazon is going for like $2,500. I don't know why. I think it's because it's out of stock, but I got it for like $1,500 on Amazon. But it's like high mid-range. So if you want a high end, honestly, if you just want a 3080, I can give you a link right now. And all these links are going to be down below. But this 3080 would be $1,900, but it'd be with like a junk configuration, so I wouldn't recommend it. But I have other configurations I've made for you guys, $2,100 up to about $2,800, including the one that I personally configured and bought this morning. There's a few codes you guys can use for a 5% discount. Make sure you either use the no rush codes that they show you in checkout when you're actually buying these, cards that you're waiting for, they give you the discount on those, or if you use something like a Lyric, you'll get the 5% anyways if you're just buying a PC. The main things you guys want to know about these discounts, yes, there's components that are discounted, but there's two very important things that I found out. You have to select the correct profile on this page. I'll give you that profile because it'll save you $300. I don't know why. Personally, I've tried the other configurations. I've tried making a configuration from scratch, and I've tried other profiles that Cyberpower has their own names for. They just don't give you the same discount that this configuration gives you. So the one you want to look for, again, all these links are down below, is the Gamer Xfinity XLC. This saved me $300, and I didn't even use the computer at all. I changed the case, I changed the CPU. The only thing I kept was the 3080, but even the RAM I changed, which also doesn't matter for me because I already have my own 32GB RAM. I just put the cheapest RAM. The motherboard I chose is highly overclockable, very cheap, and to go along with a 1170KF, which isn't my go-to, but there's a huge Memorial Day sale on it today, and it's overclockable as well. And it's a it's an i9's Intel processor, and Intel processors are known for at least their good single core performance. But coming from an i7-9700K, I will also get hyper threading, that's still 8 cores. Like my CPU currently is the same in a way, but now I'm going to have hyper threading, and now I'm going to be able to overclock it. And the cooling configuration I set up, description below if you want that. It's going to be just way better cooling solution than I had in my PC. And all of this is under $3,000. I think I got mine for $2,800, but with upgrades on the configuration that they have right here. So also I have my own external hard drive that's 10 terabytes. So I went with only a 1 terabyte SSD with no hard drive. You can change this around. You can go with a 240 gigabyte SSD for way less, and then get like a cheap hard drive, or use your own external drive, or expand later on with your own drives. Either way, these are going to cut down on costs. This is why I've been able to find like a legitimate $2,100 configurations with a 3080 in them. These configurations aren't the best, but if you go a little bit up in the price point, this is still really good. And I forgot to add the $2,800 that I spent for this PC configuration with this Gamer Xfinity XLC. Not only is it have good cooling solutions, overclockability, a 3080 for $2,800, you have a $79 mechanical keyboard. I included that in it for $9. You have a mouse that's $49. You get that for $9. I think it's a Corsair or something like that. And then also you have a free mouse pad, large, not a like desk length mouse pad, but still big enough to game on. And then also with that, they're offering $100 off their chairs, which are either $200 or $300 respectively normally. And so I got the gaming chair for $100. And with this piece of junk, I've been looking forward to getting a new gaming chair, and for $100 it's a good deal. And all of this is added to my PC, which has, you know, a comparable SSD to a Samsung 970 980 Evo, somewhere in between those, which is really good for a SSD. And the case is really good. I try to go with a white theme and no RGB, but unfortunately I kind of messed up my configurations, because in the configuration you can choose the wiring. If you go with professional wiring plus white cable sleeves, it's about an extra $39 on the total PC. But if I had done that, I would have had a full white configuration with white cable sleeves. It would have been so just sexy. But I will admit I messed that up. I would redo my order, but stuff is starting to sell out as Memorial Day comes to a close. There's a 850 watts power supply and a 750 watt power supply that are gold rated, and these power supplies are just out of stock already. I got the 750, but if you go up for an 800 watt for an extra $12, you can still get any of these configurations for about the same price. Like I said, stuff's starting to go out of stock, and the deal's going to end soon. But hop on it, man. I mean, with the RAM, they give you a free upgrade from 8GB 3200 megahertz to 16 gigabyte for the same cost. So there's so many good, you know, deals in here for a pre-built. Obviously, you're spending another like couple $100 to $400 just on the name of it being a pre-built. And I wanted to build my own PC, but I just cannot find a graphics card. And I found myself looking and like OfferUp. Yesterday, I asked someone if what they're willing to trade for their 3080, because they said they'll take lower graphics cards plus cash, and I offered them my 2070 Super used, and they said at least as long as it's enough cash. And I said I'll do between $500 to $1,000, but I told them, I know you could probably get a better deal than that. And still they're like, no, I have to do at least $1,200. So even with trading up my really expensive right now 2070 Super, I would only be able to pay $1,200 just for a 3080, and that's just the graphics card itself. So the one drawback I would have with these PCs, like mine currently, when I was reapplying thermal paste yesterday, I was able to do it, but I didn't completely take the AIO header out of the case, because in order to do that, I would have had to unsleeve a whole cord, which doesn't make any sense, because all these cords, all of the power cables in the case are all sleeved together, which makes it nice and tidy. But as far as like being able to change things, it just makes it that much more hard, and I didn't want to go through all the trouble. So I just kind of like, you know, did what I could with the little space I had, and it was a little annoying and obnoxious, and I was getting really upset, but honestly, it's still doable. There's going to be a link below for an Omen PC from Amazon as well. It's a paid link. It benefits me, but if you buy it, it's honestly a really good deal. A little bit better than these configurations, but respectively just a little bit more price, but still a really good deal for now. Of course, you'd be paying a little over $3,000, so if it's not worth it to you guys, I get it. But either way, if you're looking for a 3080, these are the best options we have right now. Take advantage of the Memorial Day sale today before it ends in 5 hours, guys. And I appreciate you guys, and that's it for the video.